texted you earlier and said the Myles Garrett thing, and it's been a topic of discussion here. So we talked about draft compensation and contracts and all that kind of stuff. As a guy that's making his way across 30, I know last year, foot injuries, Achilles issues, thigh issues, all of it right there. As you've kind of looked through his injury history, he had an MRI on the foot. The MRI came back clean at the beginning of the season last year. He's been durable throughout his career. Doc, look, I'm concerned as we talk about this. So tell me, ease my fears here. What do you make of Myles Garrett at his age with that history?
I think it's a great example of what we've talked about multiple times is that, little nagging injuries are going to add up and start compensating elsewhere. And he's a classic example of that. You got a foot injury and his Achilles injury. He's compensating because of his competitiveness. He's not coming off that field. Like he says, I'm not coming off until somebody tells me I'm really doing something terrible. So it's the multiple little injuries that are adding up. If he could really concentrate this off season, knowing he's going to be, that age factor is becoming an issue, the foot is an issue. The good news is there's nothing seriously showing up on these images. It's more the nagging injuries, the soft tissue stuff that adds up, which changes your mechanics. And the mechanics have changed to the point that he's got knee issues, hip issues, but nothing structural. So this is all fixable stuff from a committed guy. I think you put him on the Lions, he sees the mentality, he sees what goes on, not just on the field, but in our recovery, our rehab, recovering 20-some people this year. We got an A-class rehab team. I think we can get good years out of him. Is he going to be as durable? I doubt it. Am I writing a big contract to him? Heck no. I think if he wants to play in a place that's got a good chance to win a Super Bowl, really focus in. And when you put him on a team like the Lions, there's less demands on that player because you got other people helping. He's not the only rock star playing on the Lions where he is out there in Cleveland. He's carrying too big of a load. And here he's going to be an integral part of a team of all-stars. So hopefully that's helpful for you.
No, but Doc, here's my lead-in terms of the rebuttal question for that is when you say that, and you're talking like from a medical perspective that a long-term extension gives you some pause for concern, I would tell you he's going to be 30 next December. But there's no guaranteed money on his contract right now. He's got 2 years left, about $20 million per, but none of it's guaranteed. And if I'm Myles Garrett and I'm saying, get me out of here, oh, by the way, get me out of here to somebody that's going to give me a contract. Doc, I think that's going to be part of the cover charge to get in the club, to get in the Myles Garrett club, is going to be a contract as well.
Yeah, look, the guy's going to go for everything he goes for. He's testing the market. But from a physical standpoint, I think if you put him with a good team of rehab individuals, which we have, or he can obviously find on his own, he's got money involved. These guys are motivated. Look, it's a business. For him to get solid and strong and correct a lot of these soft tissues issues, I think he's got a lot of potential. He's got the mental part of it. He's proven that. Now you put him on a team where he's not the main player. I don't mind a guaranteed contract. I'm not saying a huge one. He's not going to break any records with it. But it's all what his motivation is. He wants guaranteed money. I think the motivation and surrounding a team like the Lions is motivating enough to stay on that field. You put him on a team like the Raiders or some of the teams that are struggling, it's not so motivating to get out and put your body on the line each time. See what I'm saying?
No,
I think the motivation, the atmosphere here, he's got to figure out through his agent, through his lawyers, what's a good fit for him from a mental standpoint. So the money, I don't think is going to be the only factor, but, it's a multi-factor thing. I think from my standpoint, from the sports medicine standpoint, I don't see anything dangerous. There's other 30-year-olds that are productive. He's got foot injuries. His MRIs are clean. He's got soft tissue stuff. That if he's committed, he gets proper rest time and doesn't force it, there's a lot of that you can solve with the secret sauce and good medical care.
Oh, it's always secret sauce. Speaking of secret sauce, Doc, somebody in the chat, Mike O, says, Doc, I was told the Cuban sandwich is elite, so I go down to South Florida a lot. I'm a big Cuban sandwich guy. Does the secret sauce come on the Cuban sandwich?
All right, what's up?
That's the Cuban secret, right? We're not allowed to divulge things like that in this country.
No, I get it. Oh, well, Doc, I'll let you go because I know you got some stuff going on being down there in Miami. I appreciate you being mobile, being willing to still come on and talk about it. It was something we had to discuss, man. We're in Myles Garrett mania. There probably won't be a conclusion to it for a very long time, but hey, we had to get it out there.
Make sure you buy an
I
extra
wanted to
box
talk about
of balls.
What?
He took a shot at you, Doc. He said, make sure you buy an extra box
golf
of balls. Yeah.
I don't want him to have to go into the ponds where the alligators are. We need you, Doc.
I know. I won't sacrifice anything for a golf ball when that alligator's out there. But I did want to clarify some stuff. We talked about Mahomes, Kansas City and the Eagles last week. They put that clip out about the difference in the anatomy, and these guys have that extra X factor. I mean, you saw her just kind of put that all into play in a perfect remedy of, do we need to judge these players a lot differently? And I think that was a great clip that you guys put out. And I think we should talk more about differences, because I want to get to the young athlete and they being as fit as you can for your sport, but you got to have that extra. You got to be doing something extra to make it to the next level, to that Super Bowl level. And we can talk about our own quarterback, with the X factors and stuff like that. I think see what the chat room says about that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I think that would be a good one.
All right, Doc, we'll check into it next week then, my friend. Your world tour continues. Hit them straight when you get out there on the golf course, and have a good time, Doc. Appreciate you.
All right, take care, guys. Love you.
Yes, sir. There he is, Dr. Jeff Pierce, courtesy of Michigan Sports.
Injury Insight with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that I trust. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.